So like I said, all we had was this space here, and it would get so crowded that we would actually have to move stuff outside in order to come in and work. And then we moved, at the 3.5-year mark, we moved into this space.
Smells sweet in here.
Yeah. Yeah, we're chilling right now.
Just like how I like my women.
Yeah. Kathy here and Steve. And Kathy's a 16-gallon kettle, so for the first 1.5 years, we did everything on Kathy. And at the 1.5-year mark, we got Steve. He's a 53-gallon kettle. This is a 26-gallon kettle, sorry. 26-gallon kettle. We moved up to Steve. He's a 53-gallon kettle. So we kind of doubled our capacity. And this is all we had when coronavirus hit.
Eric, let me ask you a question.
Yep.
So we've been to several distilleries and everybody names their stills. Is that a thing?
It's a tradition.
Okay, just making sure.
Distilleries back in Europe. And the tradition generally is you name it after some sort of bad luck event that happened to the distillery, and then you're kind of owning the bad luck.
Okay.
Hopefully it doesn't happen again. So that's
Gotcha.
the story behind Kathy, the story behind Steve. Our big still here is named Rona.
Ronan?
Rona.
Oh, Rona. Like coronavirus.
Yeah, sorry, exactly right. There's a couple dad jokes on the tour, just to let you know. You know how you can tell it's a dad joke? Don't know?
No.
Usually it's a parent.
I like those.
Yeah.
My
So they're
brother got
they're
some.
bad jokes.
My brother got some dad jokes.
Yeah.
Tell them one.
I don't know.
So Rona's a 460 gallon, so 26,
Could he be mic'd up?
460. So we 16 times the capacity of what we had. But when we were doing Corona, that's all we had. And we basically, I had just retired from the Marine Corps. And I was like, all right, I'm retired now. And then that hit, and we ran these guys, Ian and I, at 7 a.m. to midnight, 48 days straight, just to make hand sanitizer, which we ended up giving away. But I think it was the right thing to do at that time, and you know, we didn't really suffer from it. So, you know, I think we got a lot of good vibes out of it.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, so we're making we're actually distilling right now.
I mean, gin.
If you come over and smell this, it's actually a rum, and you can tell when you smell it that it's a rum.
Oh man, I can smell that.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to smell right here, you can get the
Can you smell it?
Flamboyantly nondescript.
Very nondescript.
really cool.
Subtle yet annoying.
It's not gonna.
Drama. Yeah, my man E. My man E. Let's go.
That's another thing about being a distiller. You literally have to drink on the job all day long. You got, while that's coming out, part of the runs are very erratic, so you've got to make adjustments all the time, pay attention to it, and part of your job is to test it. You got to test it. So yeah.
Your job opening phone taste stuff.
Sign up.
Yeah, so drinking on the job is part of the gig. So let me just talk about whiskey right now. That's my favorite thing to make. Whiskey that we make here is a bourbon mash whiskey. So that means it's made primarily from corn. So when you make a batch, the grain that you use is got to be, for it to be a bourbon, it's got to be at least 50% corn. We actually do 90% corn, 10% two-row malted barley. And one really cool thing is there's Hawaiian corn in every bottle that we make.
Nice.
Because our vodka is also made from corn. Our gin is made from corn. Most people don't know about gin. All gin is vodka that has been infused with botanical. So like juniper berry, we use hibiscus as one of our, red hibiscus as one of our botanicals. We use a lot of citrus, so we use grapefruit, orange, and lemon peel, but all gin is vodka that's been infused. So, but back to whiskey, we got Hawaiian corn in every bottle. It's hard to do because there's not a lot of corn here that is produced here for grain purposes. Most of the corn that's produced here is for two reasons. It's sold as corn on the cob, and you get it at Foodland, and you get kahuku sweet corn, you know, and you eat it that way. Or they seed it, and it goes back to the mainland, and they use it for the seeds to start crops. So We actually have a $110 million corn industry here in Hawaii, but the majority of it is they're doing crosses, you know, something that's more like drought resistant or bug resistant. They do the cross over the winter here, and then it's ready for planting in the spring in Iowa, Nebraska, places like that. So us getting corn, we have to scrap for it. We're calling people all the time, hey, you guys got any corn for production, things like that. And we've ended up making a lot of great relationships. We actually had some produced, we had a whole field produced for us over the winter on Big Island. And so we're really excited to make some whiskey with that. But majority of our spirits, whether it's our whiskey, our vodka, or gin, they're made primarily from corn. And it's cool that we get Hawaii corn.
Nice.
It's some of the best corn in the world. So what we do is we grind up the grain and put it in Rona here, and we start cooking it. And there's starch in that grain, and what we're going to do is we're going to convert that starch to sugar by heating it up. And that process is called fermentation. And so I'm going to take the starch, I'm going to convert it to sugar. Once I've got it converted to sugar, I pump it into one of these big square tanks over here, and I add yeast to it, and that yeast turns the sugar into alcohol, which is kind of a cool process. They work really hard on our behalf. You know, the sign right there says happy yeast is productive yeast. So see those things across the bottom, we got to get the temperature exactly right, the pH level exactly right. We got to give them some oxygen. That makes them happy. And the more happy they are, if everything's in their little zones, they're more likely to produce a better spirit that way.
Gotcha.
I used to sing, and I can't sing, but I used to sing to the yeast back when I was making batches. Because when I first started, I was using 5-gallon buckets to make batches. Now we're doing 400 gallons at a time. I don't sing to them anymore, but I used to give them a lot of Beastie Boys because I could turn the lyrics from Beastie into Yeasty.
Yeah.
And that was, I can't sing, so I would do Beastie Boys songs to them. But Metallica actually makes their own whiskey.
Really?
And they have 3 different variants. And what the way the 3 variants are is they do a different playlist while it's in fermentation.
Gotcha.
So we could play a song, one of your songs while it's in fermentation. We could have a special batch with maybe one of our experimentals. We'll play one of your albums.
Yeah, I got a drinking song.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, right on.
He also has a yeast infection.
He'll spend about a week over there doing saccharification, and where, you know, so the sugars are turning into alcohol. And then once it's done over there, we pump it back into Rona. And this time we seal it all up, make sure everything is no leak, and we start heating it up. And really cool thing, so ethanol, which is the alcohol that makes us feel good, boils at 173 degrees Fahrenheit. Of course, water boils up at 212. Because they boil at different temperatures, we can, and if you have the right equipment, you can separate them from each other. So the solution that we pump in here is about 8% alcohol when we're doing this. And I want to get that 8% out of it. So I'm going to run it through the still in order to extract that 8% alcohol out of the solution. So what happens is it starts heating up, and the alcohol turns into vapor, and it expands because it's a gas, and gas expands, so it goes from liquid to gas, and it's got to go somewhere. It's like steam on a tea kettle. And what happens is it pushes up into this limbic belt, which is kind of a weird word, but it kind of circulates in there, and the more volatile chemical compounds, and when I say volatile, I mean in chemistry sense, not in the totally opposite sense, will push up higher, and then it gets routed through this column here, which is called a fractioning column, or also a reflux column. And you can see it's like liquid right here.
Yeah.
So there's a layer of liquid, and each one of these is like a level. So you know, like your salmon going up the stream, they got to jump each level.
Yep.
They get over the dam. Same thing with this. The vapor gets pushed into here, and it hits that liquid, and it turns back into a liquid. And then when it gets volatile enough, it turns back into gas, and it'll move up the next level. So what's happening is it's refining each time it does that. And so what you have at the top is a more refined, purer molecule of alcohol at the top. And eventually it'll get past that contraption at the top, which is kind of a way to control the flow of it through temperature. It's called a deflegmator, which is a really fun word, German word to say.
Deflugmare?
Deflegmator.
Deflugmare.
Yeah, and so And we'll skip this column unless we're making gin.
Out there.
And we'll go into this cooling tower, which is kind of convenient. You actually have the old one right here. And this is what it looks like on the inside. So the gas is actually passing through these pipes, and then it's got water flowing around it. So these two valves are pushing water in here, and then the gas is in there, and then the gas is inside the tubes, gets cold, turns back into a liquid, comes down right here. So you go from liquid to gas, and you separate the alcohol because it's boiling at 173 instead of 212. And then what you got coming out here is
Liquid again.
It's liquid, and this is potent stuff right here. Of course, whiskey's brown when it's known as a brown liquid, but all alcohol when it comes out of the still is clear. So I'm going to pipe that. Sorry. Look, perfect. Perfect. Nothing wrong. I'm okay. Okay, so what we got here, this is called fun. So there's 4 parts of a run, 4 shots, heads, hearts, and tails. The 4 shots, there's some other alcohols that are made, and one of them is really bad, and that's called methanol. You don't want to drink that. It's actually in beer and wine, but it's at such a low percentage. So what we have coming out of here is really high percentage. So when you hear about moonshiners making people go blind, it's because they don't take their methanol. Now, fortunately, methanol boils at 148. It actually boils off before you even get into your ethanol. Now, heads is where the end of the methanol is coming through. There's a couple other alcohols that are produced. We don't necessarily want to drink those either. They're not going to kill you. Those are coming through at heads, and then the start of your ethanol is coming through as well. And so we siphon that off as well, and we collect that separately. And then you get into your hearts, which is what you're drinking here. And this is just straight up ethanol, which is the good stuff. And the way I do this when I sample it is I put it on the back of my tongue and just swallow. Now, you'll be all right. This is less than a milliliter. Okay, we're going to do some math here. A typical shot is 50 milliliters. I'm giving you 1 milliliter, so 1/50th of a shot here. So this isn't going to mess you up, but you will get to taste the whiskey in kind of its pure form. Cheers. Go for it. Cheers.
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 We got 1. We got 2. There we go.
She's so wait,
Sauce.
Wait.
All right.
These guys are scrubs.
Okay. So,
That's the 155.
what?
The 155.
That's the 155, yeah. So that's 155 proof.
Yeah.
Again,
Looking for the 50,000.
Yeah, well, it's good, but it's not going to mess you up. There's not enough alcohol in there to do.
That's fun.
Yeah, so it's so high proof it'll actually evaporate on your tongue.
Yeah. It's very
Yeah.
warm.
You guys just had a hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It tasted
it's all
like
clean
it.
and
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. So what's cool about that is if you drink whiskey on an old basis,
This doesn't look like porn.
let's think about like some common whiskeys we drink, like Jameson or something like that. Where you drink a shot of Jameson, you get the whiskey. I call it the whiskey shiver, that little twitch.
Mm-hmm.
You just drank 155 proof, and you didn't get that twitch. It says a lot about the whiskey. It says a lot about the water here, because the water that we have here is some of the most exceptional water on the entire planet.
Gotcha.
Hawaii's water. If you go to Hawaii has a board of water, and they have their own website. And on their website, they actually have the life cycle of a raindrop on Oahu. And we live on a natural water filter. So all water that comes out of a tap or faucet in Hawaii comes from aquifers in the ground. So it's artesian. So we're not drinking water from rivers, lakes, and streams. A lot of, mainland, they get their drinking water from reservoirs, dammed up lakes or dammed up rivers. Ours is all artesian. So the life cycle of raindrop on Oahu, We got some of the purest rain on the planet just because we're the most remote archipelago in the world. And rain hits the ground here, and it takes about 25 years from when it hits the ground to filter through the volcanic rock and soil till it ends up in the aquifers that we pull from. So really pure rain to begin with, then it gets volcanically filtered for about 2.5 decades.
Wow.
Pretty amazing. And
The
then,
water that we're drinking came from the year 2000.
Yeah.
Just wanted to let you guys know.
yeah,
He did the math.
Yeah, quick math. Yeah, no,
The
but that's
math
kind of
is
crazy.
mapping.
So the water that we're drinking, it can be way older than that, but it's at least older than 9/11.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool to think about. So it's very alkaline water. So it's actually comes with 8.3 pH. So it's very alkaline, and that's really good. There's not a lot of contaminants in it, and then we don't put fluoride in the water, as we know. It's a politically sensitive topic sometimes. But it's bad for kids' teeth that we don't put fluoride in the water, but it's really good for making whiskey because fluoride is actually really detrimental to the fermentation process. So we don't have to take it out, which is really nice. Once it comes out of here, if it's whiskey, you're like, okay, it's clear. Where do we get that beautiful brown color from? It actually comes from being inside the barrel. Most of it. Yeah. And I actually have a clear barrel right here. And you can see the inside. You can see the spider there in here.
Oh, wow.
See the inside? It's charred on the inside. We're not using this, it's just like the what they do, they actually take a blowtorch before they seal up the barrel and the blowtorch the inside of it. And they'll do it. How much they do it is depending on what you're ordering. We order char number 3. And so what happens, it goes in that barrel. Barrel obviously is made out of wood. Wood's made out of wood fibers. The wood fibers contract and expand. So as the temperature goes up and down and the humidity goes up and down, we get contraction and expansion. And the liquid gets pulled into the char and into the wood fibers, and then it gets pushed back out as the expansion happens. In here, you notice it's kind of warm today. We unfortunately got to close everything up while we're distilling, so we don't get the normal trade wind breeze that we have coming through here, nice and cool.
Yeah.
But it really affects Rona if the wind is blowing over because we get all this convection. And it's really hot, so it makes it hotter in here, unfortunately. But normally we have a really good airflow through here, and that's really cool because it heats up and cools down these barrels.
Gotcha.
And we actually, our stuff ages significantly faster here for a couple reasons. We have a nice temperature swing in here every day, so we have really good contraction expansion. And we also, it never gets below 65 degrees here, 60 degrees here. So we just, our whiskey ends up aging considerably faster than something you would see on the mainland. And really cool part of the job, we have to test it every once in a while. So Olivia's much more scientific. She has like charts that we have to fill out when we're doing it. Where Dean and I would just, oh, that's good, that's not good yet. So it's nice that we have her around to kind of make us a little bit more organized. So once we determine something is good, we'll take it out, we'll blend some barrels together, and we'll put it in one of these. Okay, so once we've got it loaded in there, we've got to get in. Now, we do everything by hand here. So like when you see us at Costco, you know, like a finished bottle on the shelf, it was all done by hand here. So we produce a lot. I think we did over 10,000 bottles last year, but at the same time, we're still doing it all by hand. So we're gonna do that right now. You guys are gonna get to, we'll do something a little special. We're gonna bottle our own bottles today. Yeah. So
It's pretty cool.
I'll set up the bottle for you just so if you look, there's some, see that seam right there? You guys see that? We don't want that in the front where the label is. So I got a little trick I do to get it on the side. But all you're gonna do is you're gonna come up here. This is like, it's like a guitar pedal. It's got a little hinge on it and you're just gonna press it down and then let go.
I don't use any guitar pedals.
All right, you wanna be the first one?
Sure.
All right.
And they just press this?
Just press down and let go. Just bottled your first.
Yes.
Labeled your first bottle. Now,
Said it's all by hand.
these are actually
10,000
brand new
made
bottles we
all
just
by
got.
hand.
Pretty stoked on. So that one's gonna go right there. That's yours. Just press and let go.
Somebody wasn't paying attention.
Perfect.
Nothing?
You want to grab it and put that next to his.
Sorry.
Okay, here.
Awesome.
Oh, she's so pretty.
Pretty gangster.
The heat gun.
All right. Okay. Sir, if I can get you to press that green start button and let go. This might be the coolest machine on the planet because you press a button and whiskey starts shooting out. So it's actually a volumetric filler. You got the time over there, and we set the time to get the exact volume that we want. And if you set it for 23.5 seconds, you get exactly 750 milliliters of old Poly Road whiskey. Pretty cool.
Wow.
Legit.
Yeah. From there,
23.5.
we're going to pull this off. We're going to set these up, and I'm going to give you a cork. There you go. Now the way you put it in is you just palm your hand, and you got to use your muscles a little bit to get it in there.
Okay.
Boom.
Bingo, bango, pickle, mango.
All right. Now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put the cross-top label on. The way I do it, I grab it with the left hand, even though I'm right-handed. I just pull down. Now, we want it to look like that. We want it to look like that when we're done. So we want to split this gold oval and then the center of this clear spot. The way you get it even is you put Oahu right in the center of the cork. We put Hawaiian flag in front where it says handcrafted in Hawaii. You got the American flag, says veteran made. That goes on the backside. So I come up, I look at the oval, I look at the clear part here, I put Oahu right in the center, and then I just come down and I got a nice even on both sides. Boom. You guys want to try?
Yeah.
Do it. Hustle.
Marion wants to try.
Just grab it with your left hand. It makes it easier. Yep. Nope.
Oh, what?
It's okay. It's all right.
Did I do it?
Just pull down
Oh,
when you grab it.
biscuits. I was close.
You're close.
I was close.
Apparently not close enough.
Eric's upset.
Yes, I did.
I can tell.
Success.
Eric is very upset right now.
Shut up, Moto.
All right. So, and then the next thing we do is we put the safety seal on. I'll do that part for you. And it's just heat, and you got a nice safety seal on top.
Nice.
And then if you guys want to go ahead and do those.
I'm so crooked. Horrible.
No, not after the way Malery pulled
Tried
it.
my best.
Yeah. I don't want Eric to be upset at me.
Whatever. At least I
We'll
tried.
just make it crooked and you can leave it
That's
that side.
Mallory's one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mallory's
Wait,
crooked.
drink.
Oh, nice.
Oh, thank God.
Shut up. Weirdo.
What batch are we on?
Back to 25.
So I'm gonna put batch 25 on here, and then I'm gonna sign it.
Middle.
Hell yeah.
Who in the middle?
This is gonna go in the pantry.
In the middle of
Nobody
the
gets to touch it.
C.
Signed by my man E, batch 25 for 2025.
Thank you. Wow.
You got it? Go ahead.
Nailed it.
Fancy.
Just pull
Very
down. You're
fancy.
fine. It ain't gonna hurt.
Oh my goodness.
There you go. Easy day.
You
Bro.
guys have beer here too? Or
Yeah, all local.
You guys make beer too?
No, we don't
Oh.
make it, but we sell it.
Yeah, right in the middle of the.
What's the local breweries over here?
Lanakai and Inu.
Oh,
Inu, 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 Inu.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
No, that's not it. Thank you.
You're welcome. There you go. Awesome. All right.
Very cool.
You sure you never like one bottle?
Whiskey.
All right.
Uh-oh, spaghetti.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna try some.
Ah.
So we didn't start making vodka till about a year ago. So we were making the vodka to make our gin, and then we're like, let's just make the we're already doing it. So like I was saying, ours is a corn-based vodka. I'm only giving you like a quarter of a shot right now because
Yes.
we're gonna
Sounds
drink a
like,
couple of them.
When we went to Kentucky. Just sip it 3 times.
Everybody got one? Okay.
Okay,
So
what do we do?
we're not just gonna slam it. We're gonna nose this before we drink it. You're not gonna get a lot because it's vodka.
Not too.
But what you will get is there's not anything really harsh. It's just kind of clean and bright and pure. And vodka, you're not really supposed to have a lot of taste, and there's not with this one, but it does have kind of like a creamy, buttery finish. It definitely doesn't have a burn or a bite like you get with a lot of vodkas. I would love to say it's because, you know, Olivia is a kick-ass distiller. I would love to say it's because I'm a kick-ass distiller, but it's really a lot to do with the water that we talked about earlier.
How do you know you're an alcoholic? When you agree to the distiller.
Yeah.
So funny. Cheers. You didn't.
Smooth, yeah. Like dangerously smooth. And you see what I'm saying about that cream? You can actually feel the viscosity. It's kind of
Crazy.
super
No,
smooth.
it's not bad. It's very smooth.
Malery, it's like, oh my God, I'm gonna
It's
die.
better than a little bit better than this one.
It's a while been in the water.
Yeah.
Malery.
I like it.
Yeah.
Better
So-
than the other one.
Next what we'll do is we'll move on to
better
Old
than
Poly
that
Road. Now,
I'm a vodka guy.
Old Poly Road, of course, is a bourbon mash whiskey, like I was telling you before. It's 90% corn, 10% two-row malted barley, and it's a sweet bourbon on purpose. You know, like I like scotches, you know, heavy peated scotches, but
Some Lagavulin.
yeah, but like they don't taste great here, you know, because it's not built for this environment. It's built for a cold, wet, rainy environment. Whereas I love those, but I just don't feel like I crave those. And I was like, man, I drink my sweet bourbons here all the time. What is that about it? And I was meeting a friend down in Waikiki. He was in town and he was staying and so I just met him in his hotel and we went to the hotel bar. And I looked at all the drinks on the cocktail menu and they're all like sweet and fruity. And I'm like,
No.
oh, of course, because we're in a tropical environment. That just tastes better. Like I love Guinness, but I'm not gonna sit on Kailua Beach drinking a Guinness, right?
Very true.
So when we were making Old Poly Road, we're like, okay, it's got to taste good, and on your lanai, hot, humid night. It's got to be drinkable out at the sandbar. It's got to be drinkable at Kailua Beach on a sunny day. So that's what we did. We basically kept refining it. We used to have barley in the recipe. We don't have barley in the recipe because barley gives you spice. So most bourbons are corn, rye, and barley. We took barley completely out to keep it sweeter and smoother.
When did you guys take out the barley from?
I want to say 2019, like
Yeah, I gotta taste
maybe 20, like the beginning of 2020. So you'll notice the difference if you've had it before.
Thank you.
Okay. So
Cheers.
let's give this one a nose also.
I knows that already.
Yeah, did you get vanilla and caramel?
Yep, I did.
Yeah, how about cinnamon? Anyone get cinnamon? I get it sometimes and sometimes I don't. It kind of depends on what you had to eat earlier that day.
You get hand sanitizer.
Oh, you already,
still.
oh,
Vodka.
you want another one?
Sure.
I had vodka to eat earlier.
Okay.
Nervous.
Yeah,
Don't get on my nose.
don't, not up the nose. Those membranes are too sensitive. Yeah, for me, when I smell it, I get floral sweetness kind of up front, but when I taste it, I get citrusy sweetness. And then there's a bit of a spike, there's some cinnamon, and then it usually just trails off into a vanilla caramel finish for me.
Good.
Yeah, this will get you in trouble, because it's pretty smooth. And it's 86 proof, so it's got a little bit of, you know,
The flagmeter.
the phlegmator. That's a fun word. All right, so this is a gin. I'm gonna go ahead and get that. This is a jar of shame over here. We got some gin here.
Yep. I don't want mine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
So what we got here is trade wind gin. Okay. So
Trade wind gin.
Olivia is a gin expert, and I said, let's build a gin for here, and let's do something with some local ingredients. We decided to do an American dry gin instead of a London dry. London dry emphasizes juniper over everything else. American dry, we're going to emphasize the citrus a little bit more. So the botanicals that we use grapefruit, orange, and lemon peel, vanilla, coriander, star anise, obviously juniper, but then also red hibiscus that we source from Maui. And when you nose this, you're going to get citrus up front. You'll
Citrus.
still get the juniper. You won't be. I'm not
Citrus.
refined enough to pick out the individual thing.
Citrus.
Mallory. Oh, thank you.
And then
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
when you
citrus.
taste this, you'll actually pick up the hibiscus right on the end. It's kind of its own independent floral note right on the
Oh.
finish.
Yeah.
And I
No,
normally
I
don't
can get
advocate
behind
drinking
this.
gin straight, It's usually like drinking a pine tree, but this is a high enough quality gin that you can actually drink it straight. I'll drink it with crushed ice and some calamansi squeezed on top. And it's like one of the few gins, Roku you could do that with, maybe Empress. This actually silver medaled at the World Spirits Competition in San Francisco. We're really proud of it. And we did that on our first year, and it's kind of like American Idol. You got to get through like 15 judges just to get to like a medaling judge. So we were pretty stoked on that. And
Lemon peel.
yeah, so
It's a good martini.
Smells like bad decisions.
yeah.
He's drunk already.
Wow.
So a gin that you can actually drink straight is pretty notable. Now, what we decided to do, like, do you guys remember, so this is Tradewind Gin barrel aged here, and if you notice, it's colored. So what do you think we did with it?
In a barrel.
We put it in a barrel.
Oh,
We
you
sure
paid
did.
attention, pal.
Yeah.
Put it in a barrel.
So this is the exact same
some
juice
water?
as this. It's just been in a barrel for 4 months, and you get a totally different experience
Oh,
with
yeah.
this. And it's actually
Oh, that is
um,
amazeballs.
you can make whiskey drinks with this. So we'll actually make old
what?
fashions with this, and it's become one of our most popular
When,
cocktails.
like today?
And the way we do our old fashioned, instead
you know,
of
honestly,
normal old
I was just
fashioned
told to come
is,
here.
of course, 2 ounces of whiskey, a half ounce of simple syrup,
Yeah,
and
oh, yeah.
2 to 3 dashes of Angostura bitters. We do either Old Poly Road
Oh,
or
that's what you
barrel
were
aged
asking.
gin.
Oh,
We do a
he's
half
a
ounce
country
of
singer.
macadamia nut
Yeah,
infused
yeah.
simple syrup, and then we make our
Oh.
own chocolate bitters. We
Taulia
also will do it with the
Lave.
Angostura bitters if you want that, but we make our own
Yeah, I
chocolate
can write
bitters
it
because we
down.
have a partnership with
Yeah.
Manoa Chocolate. Manoa
No, for
Chocolate makes
sure.
a
That'd be
version
great.
of our
thank you for the water.
with Old Poly Road whiskey, and so we take what's left over and we make chocolate bitters out of that. So let's try some barrel aged gin.
What, Malery, pal?
No, she had to go make water.
Oh no,
Rocking out, pal.
I'm doing just great.
She-
Just great. Thank goodness I didn't drive today.
Okay. At the end of this whole ordeal, you'll have drank 1 shot. It seems like we're drinking a lot more than we actually
Add
are,
them all up.
but I think you guys all can handle 1 shot.
Is
But
this
that one's yours, yeah.
this one?
Everything equal to 1 shot.
1
Hey, Mary.
shot. Yeah, because I'm pouring like quarters
I got from
each
here.
time.
Oh, okay. Looks like this. Smells like
Okay,
pineapples.
so
smell like pineapple.
you guys, it's a little different than that last one, right? You're picking up some caramel, vanilla. That's from being inside the
Yeah.
barrel. Yeah, it's a
Caramel.
little bit different, and it's got some real. When you actually put it in your mouth, just hold it for a little bit, and you'll notice layers to
Just
it.
to hold it
But
for a little bit.
that citrus really makes a big difference. Now, when you guys smell the citrus, what do you smell? Do you smell grapefruit, orange, or lemon?
It's not even really-
What?
Now that you say that, lemon.
Lemon?
Yeah.
You know, some people get grapefruit. Some
Yeah.
people, it's like different palates pick up different things. Even though it's, you
a
know,
good
you got
cologne.
all 3 in there, different people. I get grapefruit when I do it.
I don't
But
even
some
know
people
how
it's lemon, some
grapefruit
people it's the
smells like.
orange.
Just to hold it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Just hold it in
You
your
did
mouth for a
hold
little
it.
bit.
You did.
Did.
Mary,
Did hold it.
You said smell like on cologne, on good cologne.
I hold it.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Oh, Jesus.
tastes like a old fashioned already.
That's good. Yeah.
Whew.
Awesome.
That was great.
Well, what'd you think of that? It's
Nom,
really
nom, nom.
Yeah,
unusual.
but I think this is still my favorite.
Yeah.
Which is shocking.
Understandable. Yeah, no, it really is a superior gin, and I mean Olivia did a wonderful job on it. She should be really proud of that one.
Eric, who's Olivia?
Huh?
Who's
Yeah.
Olivia? Like one of the barrels?
She's the distiller. She's the lead distiller. So she took over. Olivia took over distilling from Ian and I about 2 years ago. I mean, we're still part of the process, but she's hiding because she doesn't want to be on camera.
Oh,
I don't.
Yeah.
she's a real person.
Her name's not even on here though.
Yeah, Olivia's hiding because she doesn't want to be on camera.
I thought it was like,
She
you
doesn't
know,
have to
Iron
be. We
Man's
can edit that
Jarvis or
out.
something.
Yeah.
That's easy.
She's
Yeah.
didn't even
So
put it on the board.
see that door right there? If that door was open and this door was open, there would be trade winds just flowing right through here, and we wouldn't be sweating so bad. But unfortunately, we're distilling today.
That's good job.
So it totally changes the still. It's unbelievable. Hey, I hope you guys learned something about alcohol today. When you've done your distillery tours in Tennessee, did you get any of the science or any of that stuff? Or was it more
Yeah, they take you. I mean, the Buffalo Trace one. You can choose which, because it's so ginormous.
Yeah.
Right. So you can choose.
They make
which-
50 different brands
Yeah,
there.
and then they take you to. I mean, their stills is like the size of one small village.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
A
lot of different
The Jack
tours.
Daniels and the Jim Beam ones is bigger than this room, and it runs 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. They never
We
turn
went
it
to
off.
one High
I wonder if
West
they serve food
Yeah.
in
there.
Salt Lake City.
Yeah,
That one's pretty good too.
Do you
yeah.
guys have
Yeah.
You know, they didn't
chicken?
even have a still their first 7 years.
Maybe
That's what
with
they
some
said.
calamari.
They just bought it from Indiana
Yeah.
and repackaged it. You know, they make good whiskey now. In fact, High West was like one of these brands when I was first starting. Like, man, I want to be like that someday.
Yeah.
But you know, once we got going here in Hawaii, I don't know that I want to be some big national brand. I just want to make good whiskey with the water here, and the water here really is superior. Like it is, we're blessed. We are absolutely blessed. I mean, good thing I'm not using Red Hill water, but you know, but the east. So it's really cool. So if you're on the east side of the island, you get your water. We're in a different water district than the rest of the island. And if you think like back when the Ko'olau was a giant big shield volcano, just like Haleakala, before 2/3 of it split and fractured into the ocean, we were under what was the crater at that point. Like there was a 10,000-foot mountain on top of where we're standing right now, you know, a couple million years ago. The wells on the east side come from, there's two up in Kahuku Laie area. There's one in Valley of the Temple, and then there's one in Waimanalo, but they're like way up in the mountain, like way at the very base of the mountain is where the wells are. And then those four get pumped to a central processing facility, and then it comes to here. So like our water, it really is some of the purest water on the planet. It's amazing. We're fortunate. So we, when we expanded into this space and we cut the hole in the wall, that was when we were able to turn that original space into the tasting room. If you come in here, it's way cooler. Come in here.
It
You can
is.
feel it. Just, it's the still heating everything up. And then we got,
I know mine's
we've
in a
got
cricket.
something
This
really
one,
cool.
The cricket one.
We started making our own glasses,
Oh, sweet.
and we can do engraving. So I could do
Have you guys met
something
Tyler
like this is
yet?
for someone's wedding, right? But look that way,
Oh, is
and
this
then
not
look that
on?
way.
No.
So the big island,
Nice.
but in 3D.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? Like that's Mauna Kea, Mauna Loa, and Kilauea, which is erupting right now.
Wow.
See?
Pretty gangster.
And it's in 3D also.
Hmm.
Yeah, so we have an engraving business as well.
Quick, you guys turn that around, engraving.
It all depends what we're doing. But we're pretty responsive. Like, you know, a lot of engraving shops, it's like 5 months wait or whatever. We're less than a week. It's fun. And we have, do you have any of the packs?
We should get some glasses.
We can actually do them in these boxes. And so we put 2 like there. And then, yeah, so we do them as gifts also. It's kind of cool.
Those are awesome gifts.
They're cool gifts. And we can do logos on everything. You know, being military guys, we have so many military units that come here to do their events and things like that. And so, you know, a lot of them for their going away presents and stuff, we support it with stuff like that. And then charities, like pretty much any charity that asks us to like donate, we do, because we don't say no. Like a lot of my buddies that run distilleries, they have like 5 they support, and they just pick the 5 that they support. Because I'll get 3 calls today about supporting charities.
Yeah.
But what we do is we give them an engraved bottle, because I can engrave it here, and then I give them a free tour of the distillery, and which is a $500 value for a 20-party.
Yeah.
You know, because it's $25 a person. So I'll do that all day long. And particularly if it's military, you know. But I don't think we've ever said no to anybody.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
kind of cool. Like
That's good to know.
it's a fun way to run a business.
The
Like,
Hawaii Air
you
National
know,
Guard
Ian and I are both
has a
retired
golf
at this point from the
tournament,
military. We're
and
doing
gonna
this
ask
because
gentleman for some goodies.
To give back.
yeah, and just
And it's something you
it's
guys love.
fun. Yeah, it's fun. And
I get it.
Yeah, if we were if we were doing this strictly from a business perspective, we would be doing things a lot differently
Yeah.
than what we're doing right now.
I get it.
Yeah, a lot differently. So
Perfect. Yeah.
anyway,
Thank you. This
well,
is
I'm really glad that you guys came out.
Yeah,
I hope you
us
learned
too.
something about how we make whiskey here in Hawaii, and
sure.
This is the best distillery I've ever been to.
I appreciate that.
And look
Why are you
how
guys
wide.
Why you guys?
It's the
Yeah.
only distillery.
I know. Because we've been to so many already.
Make sure you grab your bottles.
Oh, well.
Got my eyes on the horizon, wondering how far does it go? Fuel tanks full on my steel horse. Should I go fast or take it slow? There's so much road to travel. Didn't even chart my course. I pulled back on that throttle and let that motor